I've been on another marketplace tangent. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I'm constantly scanning marketplace for some bargains. I think I found just that. Now down here, we've got this aluminium bull bar. I believe it's a TJM, but I'm not too sure. It's off a GQ Patrol. I paid $100 for it. It's in pretty bad condition, but I'm hoping that today we can try and make this look good. Now, Mr. Ron Burgundy has just had a bit of a facelift already with the 79 series bonnet conversion, but obviously we do need to do some sort of bull bar or front bar on this thing. Now, it's not going to be a permanent thing. I mean, it might be, but it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. Obviously, we can just take it off and buy a new bar, but this is all about budget saving. I'm only in this for $100, which is not a lot of money. You can pay north of $3,000 these days for a bull bar, and I just don't have that sort of coin at the moment. So if we can make this work, that would be awesome. I just haven't really been sure what I want to do with the front end yet. I'm not sure if I want to run a 3-hoop bar or just a bottom lip bumper sort of style bar. So I think what we'll do first is just grab the bull bar and sit it up there and just have a quick look at it now that we've done the scoop, see it all as one package, and see if we want to run the hoops or cut the hoops off. Right, so I've got the bar just holding on with some vice grips under there, so it's not fitted up properly. But you guys can kind of get the gist of how that would look now if we just left the hoops on it. I think it just hides the front of the car a little bit too much. But I definitely think if we cut these hoops off, cut the main hoop off, it's really going to make it look a lot better. What my plan is now that I can see it with the 79 bonnet on is let's cut these friggin' hoops off. Run this like a factory bumper and polish it all up, and we'll be done. We'll have a nice looking bull bar. So the question remains, can we turn a $100 Facebook Marketplace bull bar into an awesome looking bar? We shall see after today. It's going to be a big day. Bloody hell, that was a lot of cutting. But as you can see, the 3 hoops are now gone and we're left with this bumper. Now, I want to sit this on the car before we go ahead and clean up any of these cut marks where the welds were. Kind of get a look at what it's going to be like when we finish this thing up. Another massive benefit to running one of these bars is that it's super light. I mean, this probably now weighs something along the lines of 20 or 30 kilos. So let's have a look at this thing on here. God, it's so much smaller. Right, so the bar is on, and my first initial reaction, it actually looks pretty good. Obviously don't have the flares on or the wheels on, so it's very hard to tell what the final picture is going to look like, and obviously it's not polished as well. But yeah, I think that looks sick. It really just imitates the look of that factory bumper. I mean, I wish we had those wheels on, but yeah, you can see it's definitely looking a lot better than with the 3 hoops. I don't know what you guys think. This is from the side. Those chrome bumpers are super thin, very easy to damage. I mean, this isn't the thickest and strongest material, but it's definitely going to take a bit more of a beating than one of those factory bumpers. Not to mention, those factory bumpers are like $1,500 new, and if you can find one secondhand, good luck with that. But yeah, I'm pretty friggin' stoked with that for $100. I think that looks great. Really good. Next step is to get this thing off and grind down all of the welds where I've cut and start thinking about how we're going to start polishing this thing up. So that is the welds ground down. That took a little while to do just because there was so many of them, but as you can see, got that as flat as I'm going with a flap wheel. They're all done, even the face of here. This is probably the hardest part to cut and grind right there, but you can see I've got it nice and flat on all of those. So the next step is to sand this thing down. Because I've done here with a 40 grit pad, I might actually sand here with like a 400, then 600, and then 1,000. And then I want to do the whole bar in 1,000 before we polish it, just to get some of that scum off of there and get it back to the best aluminium we can get it back to. There's also some scrape marks and whatnot that do need to be sanded back, so I might hit them at the same time. But you can see how dull the aluminium has gone. It starts to build up all this sort of crap in the aluminium. So we need to sand that out before we get on the polishing pad. So I'm gonna get the sander out and start sanding this bar down and hopefully get it back to some good aluminium. All right, it is now the next day. I was on the sander for pretty much the rest of the afternoon. So we're back in today. I'm gonna get this bar polished up. Now I've already done just a tiny little section here just to see the contrast. I haven't done it for too long and I think I can get it a little bit better than that, but probably not too much better. So I've been to Supercheap and I picked up some Supercheap metal polish and I wanna see how this stuff goes just because it was super cheap. And I'll be applying it using this drill and a foam pad, and then I'll move to this woolly type pad for the finishing part of it. I've actually already polished this little section just to see if that polish would work, but you can see how dirty this metal is, and that's even after sanding, and then that's polished and not for too long, and it comes up pretty good. So hopefully we can get the whole bar looking at least as good as that, if not a little bit better. So I'm gonna get on the drill, guys, and start polishing away. I'm not gonna film too much of this because it's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll just see if I can get it to a good result. All right, quick little update. You can see we are just getting into that semi-mirror stage with the bull bar. Now, I haven't done this side and I haven't done the top, but I just wanted to show you guys where we're kind of heading with it. See, it's a little bit duller here than it is over here. First run with this pad kind of gives it that dull look, and then this pad here, which was white, that is what is giving that mirror finish. And you can see it's pretty friggin' nice. Downside to this is it takes friggin' ages and it's very messy. So I'm gonna keep going with it, get this thing all polished up so we can have a look at it back on the car. To be honest, I didn't expect to get this bar that shiny, but that has come up pretty bloody good. Definitely see a reflection in it. I wouldn't call it perfect mirror, but it's somewhere in between perfect and shithouse. I had to hang this drop sheet up because it's an extremely messy job. You can see all that polish just sprays everything. It's all over the bench, it's all over me. I went through just about the whole tin of that metal polish. There's only a little bit left, and I did have to coat that bar 3 times. So definitely a lot of polishing. You can see my shirt is covered in polish as well. Now, the only thing left to do is to get this up on the car. Because the Patrol's super dirty, I want to get the full effect, so I'm going to take this out and give it a hose off. Then I might even go and get the spare tyre and put the correct rim and tyre at least on one side so we can get the full effect of how this bar is going to look on this car. It's very sketchy pushing this out by myself. I hate doing it, but I'm going to have to do it because I'm by myself. Okay, that shit ain't taking it off. I need the pressure washer. I don't know if you guys can see that metallic in there, but she's definitely showing through right now, which is great. Bonnet's looking good. Got the spare wheel off the GU. Now these were originally off Ron Burgundy and they are going back on it. I'm just borrowing them for a second, but because we got the spare one, I may as well whack this one on the front here and we can have a look at how this bar is going to look with the chrome wheels. Yeah, this one comes off, this one goes on. This one's heavy. This one looks a lot better, doesn't it, buddy? Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Does that look better? Does that look better? I wish I had tyres for the other set so these could go back on, but I need to borrow them for this weekend. I've actually got a trip on. I've actually got to load the rest of this camp trailer up today and then we're off to Black Duck Valley for the weekend for the patrol event, which is going to be great. We're taking the GU, so I do need to borrow all 5 of these wheels until after that event. Then I'll get some tyres and get those rims back on this car. I cannot look at it any longer with those stockos on. It's got to have these tyres and wheels back on it ASAP. While the car's out there, I'm going to grab this bar and whack it on the front. Then we can get a look at the whole package all together and see what we all think about this. The bar is on and holy crap, this looks freaking amazing, especially considering that this bar only costs $100 and look, a couple days work, but it does look good. So from the front, a little bit weird just because there's no lights and stuff, I think, and nothing's mounted properly yet, but from the side, holy crap, that looks good. You can see it kind of fits up to the body super nice. I was worried that it was going to sit out a bit too far, look like a bit of a fat lip, especially once the number plate lights go in. We've got headlights obviously to go in, front mount intercooler behind that grille, everything will tie in super nice and it'll look a lot more complete. At the moment it does look like just a big shiny piece of metal on the front of the car, and that's what it is, but it will look a lot better when everything else is on there. I'd also consider putting a winch behind this, but I do need to wait until the front mount and everything's in, and then I'll take a measurement to see if one will fit behind that. Just got to make sure that there's enough room behind there to fit a winch, otherwise we're in trouble. You definitely have to let me know in the comments below what you think about this, and be honest as well. I want to hear your honest opinions about how that looks on this car. 79 bonnet, we've got a big chrome bumper. We need to order a visor. I'm definitely running a visor on this car as well. And then once we get all the wheels and tyres on, this thing is going to be basically complete. I also got a message off Manny from Desta Auto yesterday saying that the clutch is finally in stock, so we can go ahead and start working on the motor and get the motor in the car finally and get this thing on the road again. I can't wait to drive it again. I mean, I'm so excited, especially with how it looks now. Back in the shed now, and this thing is still looking really good. Now, one thing I'm probably going to do is get this bar off and give it a coat of clear. That way I don't have to polish it ever again. I was a little bit hesitant to do that in today's episode just because I really can't be bothered. So yeah. Now, if you are on a budget, and trust me, I am at the moment, this is obviously a great way to get yourself a decent looking bull bar. You can also do it with steel bars if you want a little bit more strength. You just buy 3 hoop steel bar, cut all the hoops off. I've done it to my Nav, I've done it to the Triton, I've done it to my work ute. I've also done it to a mate's car as well. I think I've cut a lot of hoops off in my time. So it's definitely a good way to modernize your bull bar, especially if you got one of the older style ones like this one was. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas you can get out and do one for yourself. I'm gonna go pack for my trip next week, so I'm gonna go do that. We'll definitely be filming an episode, so look out for that one, and I shall see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.